What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
This just in, we're back, and I'm Chase Nuclear Nukem here with the man, the myth, the legend, Hyferia, and we are going to be casting Game 2 of tonight's series, Mount St. Mary's versus Randolph-Macon. Now, this is going to be the Emergence Division, so Division 3 on the eastern side of the region. Tell me, Hyferia, what's your prediction? What's your thoughts?
Oh, predictions already. I like it. Switching it up. Well, we were talking a little bit beforehand about this, and there's not really a lot to go off of. We can't really have train reasoning where, oh, they beat that team, but the other team got beat by them. No, they both swept the same team 3-0. So JW White and Mitchell both got swept by both teams here. So that's all I'm saying is it's going to be a close match. Game 5. I'm saying that already. I think, you know what? Sucking it out, Randolph-Macon. Honestly, it's going to be so incredibly close. You can't really tell.
100%. You know, I would have to agree with you. We're just gonna have to see how the games play out. Now, more importantly, I did skip over Hyferia. You know, tell me, man, how you doing today, man?
Oh, that's terrible as always, but incredibly excited to be on here. This is really the highlight of my entire day, and I'm happy and eager to get into it. I've been waiting for this. I'm even standing up, which I usually don't do.
Yeah, we can see you're juiced, man. I'm getting this just in. Someone's saying there's going to be no seats available left. That's why you're standing, because this is a standing room only game. This is going to be pretty crazy going into Division 3. Like you said, it's going to be a close match. There's really not a whole lot to go off of. Both teams are 3-1. They've both 3-0 basically the same colleges that they've played. So going into this, it's going to be a match of pretty similar to what we saw last series, in my opinion. Who can make the least amount of mistakes and capitalize in the moment?
Yeah, it really is a case in Rocket League as well of who can score more goals than their opponent. You need to outscore your opponent every single time. And that kind of goes into that same direction of, you know, just make less mistakes than your opponent forehead. It's incredibly easy to say. It's a lot harder to actually do on the pitch, because once you're on the pitch, you've got pressure. And we are in the Emergence Division. And that's not saying they are not great at the game, but they are still trying to gain that little bit more experience and trying to gain a little bit more on-stream experience as well, because, well, you can play the game perfectly, but then once you're on stream, everything is a completely different environment. There's pressure all of a sudden, whereas usually there isn't. It just is about who figures that out better, and that all comes to that same kind of category of who just makes less mistakes.
Yeah, 100%. And they say that, you know, it takes about 20 to 35 live events to really feel comfortable. And with us being in a state of COVID, and this being most of these players probably first opportunity to play at the collegiate level, well, I'm sure the pressure's got to be on, right? And when that pressure's on, you said it best, you really have to psychoanalyze player decisions in that regard. And I think that when you're on stream, this is going to be a great chance for a VOD review after, nonetheless, from either team. And it's going to be who can play better under pressure.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And well, those 35 events, good luck getting that early on. You really need to start getting into it more and more, which is why, interestingly, in Rocket League as well, a lot of rookies emerging. We've just had the qualifier for the EU RLCS regional #1, and it's just the results that you don't expect, because sometimes people are actually a little bit better under pressure, and if they're actually able to kind of turn on that switch, some people just thrive on the main stage. They like to be in the attention, and as soon as they are, they just completely dominate whatever gets thrown at them. So that could just be an opportunity here as well for a team to show it. But, well, we've said it already before, they are both looking incredibly strong in a 3-1 record, but taking one loss. There's only one less game loss for Randolph-Macon, but hey, we can just see whatever happens. Game 1 about to be underway.
Yeah, we are going to go into game 1, and we're getting the kickoff. It looks like Randolph-Macon going to be able to make some moves here at the beginning as RMC looking to push it back.
And Dre now, one boost, forced to rotate back. Snuffles, interestingly as well, fun fact, completely unrelated to Rocket League, used to be the name of my girlfriend's hamster. So, yeah, we're going to have to see whether he's able to show up massively here as well. It's going to be interesting to see. And that work in progress decal has been coming through, and Snuffles is coming through as well. 1 goal already.
The spirit of Snuffles is alive and well. So I hope your girlfriend's tuning in, because, you know, that was a great goal from Snuffles. He was really able to capitalize on the ball getting pushed back, and we are going to see Mount St. Mary's on the scoreboard.
30 seconds in already, and well, it's about making less mistakes, but you can afford to make a little bit more mistakes as soon as you have one on the board. Tracy, oh, that's a good shot downfield, denied by Snuffles off the goal line, and Snuffles already looking to come in massive. Snuffles reps another shot. Eternal, a little bit awkward, and a little bit too awkward to save that ball out. Snuffles is coming in massive.
Man, Eternal is going to be eternally regretting that defense. He just barely missed it. We even saw an overcommit from Tracy is me, and they weren't able to get anything off of that. That's going to be 2 for Mount St. Mary's going into this game, and it looks like they're going to win the kickoff as well, pushing down. Snuffles looking for a cheeky goal. Is he going to find it? He's going to bounce off the backboard. The 50's going to keep it in front of the goal. Eternal's going to look to push upfield, and it's going to go past one defender. Snuffles is going to get there in time, though.
Snuffle Spirit living on strong, already 350 points on the board. He's just coming up massive. Admac rips the shot as well, and oh my word, Eternal once again. He cannot save it, but Admac, when you put a shot like that on target, good luck saving it there.
Man, RMC Eternal was doing his best there. I thought the flip was going to get it out of the goal, but the momentum just carried it in. That's going to be 3 for the side of Mount St. Mary's, and being in a 3-point deficit in Rocket League can do a lot to your mental and how you approach, so we're really going to have to see how Randolph-Macon responds.
And then you have to do it relatively quickly as well, because as soon as you get it running away from you, it just starts going and going and going. And Snuffles, he's going and going and going as well. He's put a 3rd one on the board. Hat trick now for him.
Wow, and that 50 really passed it back to Snuffles. No one was able to get in goal in time, and he was able to capitalize off of it. Wow, we are seeing Mount St. Mary's just be very, very dominant in this first game.
This is unprecedented domination as well. Now, you see with those 2 sweeps happening on the same teams from both sides, we can't really say anything, because it's just all MSMU right now. They are completely soaring through. I don't know how. It's just looking as if RMC are unable to get anything going. They need to get something very, very quickly. Otherwise, this is just going to be pretty much impossible, and the momentum killer as well.
Yeah, I really think it's breaking down to defense. We're seeing a lot of in-goal mistakes from Randolph-Macon. I think if they can capitalize on that, their offense is looking fine. They're just not getting the ball as frequently as Mount St. Mary's is. And when MSMU is getting the ball, they are scoring. Purism's yeehawing down the mid with his cowboy hat. Almost fires back on him as it almost goes into goal. Admac is going to be able to try to push for something here, but Eternal's going to push mid.
Yeah, Snuffles picking that ball right back up. 30 boost left in the tank. An early challenge. Oh, hello, Snuffles. His teammate was going up for it, but Snuffles wanted to do it all himself. What a play.
Wow. Snuffles going for the double dribble there. That almost feels illegal, right? But 5-0, Mount St. Mary's really sticking it to Randolph-Macon. If I'm Randolph-Macon in this situation, I'm having one of my players say, look, guys, it's okay. Take a deep breath. Let's stop this momentum. Let's get a goal. Let's work on the fundies, and let's just try to get back in this game leading into the next game.
Yeah, they need to get more moments going where they're really happy about their current performance, because misses obviously going to be so incredibly hard to deal with. This is Dre. He's dodging demos. A 3rd one dodge. Eternally missing those demos, and Atmac can't get the double tap. Eternal missing the ball completely. Nobody vicinity to actually get that one out, but oh my, what happened in the goal there? Eternal, he wanted a bump so badly. He said to his teammate, you're going to get bumped right here, leading to a goal for Snuffles.
I think what happened was both Dre and Admac used confusion there, hit the entire team. The whole team was just confused, dizzy, not sure where they were, and Snuffles was able to come in and capitalize as the 3rd rotating in on that. Snuffles going for kind of a cheeky goal there, almost felt a little BM and not just going straight for the ball. But at this point, being 6-0, I guess you can really do whatever you need to kind of play those mind games against the other team.
Honestly, in Rocket League, everybody has a massive ego at times. When they're 6-0 up, fair enough. Why not try to style a little bit more, kind of show what you're made of? And because you usually don't get to show that in a 3v3 environment, to really have some more intricate plays, more flip resets or whatever, or just fancy, ridiculous pre-jumps. And when you're 6-0 up, that's where you can go for that. It's still... It's getting more on the board for RMC right now. They're slowly breaking out of their own half and slowly getting more going. So maybe we see a completely different second game.
It's very much entirely possible. We're gonna have to see a stronger defense from RMC first, though, because man, that's really killing them. Not being able to just hit these easy shots in goal, not being ready for it. And looks like Tracy is going to be in goal looking for something here, and they're unfortunately just going to miss that. I think that was Purisms on the defense there. That's super unfortunate. Let's look back at it. It's going up, and yeah, you just can't miss touches like that. I think he was trying to read AdMac, and AdMac playing the mind games, hitting him with the confusion.
I was laughing because I thought AdMac would have gotten the touch in the center, but instead it's Snuffles getting, I think, which is his sixth on the board, crossing 1,000 points here. Oh my word. And Dre, before that save, was still under 100. Now still is under 100 points. And Dre literally just has to sit back and watch Snuffles do all the work because he's just playing so incredible right here.
I mean, AdMac is putting in work as well. Not to say he's not. Those 4 shots on goal, but you are 100% right in the fact that the spirit of Snuffles is alive and well. Dre, can't forget about Dre, right? He's coming in there. He's going to smack it in. He's waiting for the opportunity. And really, even though we're in the Emergence division, what we're seeing here is nothing short of spectacular for this division, because what Mount St. Mary's is doing is quintessential to Rocket League, which is playing off of each other's touches, right? We're not seeing that as much from Randolph-Macon. They're just trying to clear the ball and really just wait for those opportunities to come. Mount St. Mary's just setting up those opportunities and playing very, very well off of their touches.
And apart from having the teamwork, they're also scoring more goals than their opponent. Absolutely pivotal stuff in Rocket League, obviously. It's a real forehead play, a real heads-up play by MSMU to really say, hey, look, we're going to score more goals, and not just in any regard. Mathematically seeing an infinite amount more than RMC, but that also would include a 1-0 goal as 1-0 score line. Now it's RMC. MSU, they've set the pace, or MSMU, I should say, have set the pace in this matchup. It's all about RMC trying to keep up right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. And, you know, starting the set, Hyferia, I don't know why you said completely unrelated. You know, my girlfriend's pet hamster was Snuffles, because it seems more prevalent now than ever. Snuffles alive and well. 6 goals, obviously a very different Snuffles than the one that we're talking about, but the ball chasing is still there.
I must say that I indeed don't think that my girlfriend's ex-pet hamster is still going to be playing Rocket League at this moment for a multitude of reasons. One of which being that hamster, I don't think he can play Rocket League, but his spirits is definitely living on. His spirits are alive and well in this game of Rocket League. Well, he might just be inside the ball, looking to run it through with his little feet. And now it's Eternal looking to go down the other end. And Mac, this is already a good start for RMC. They're getting stuff going. They're moving on towards the opponents, and Purums couldn't get anything. Still, they are having an offensive position, and that is what matters for RMC right now.
Well said, Hyferia. RMC is definitely repositioning in this game too. AdMac going for a shot on goal, and wow, what a great save! I think that really might set the pacing for the rest of this match if they're able to get saves like that all game. RMC Eternal going to go back up for another, trying to get it back down on field, but we are going to see Mount St. Mary's playing more of that midfield touches, waiting to just smack it back in Randolph-Macon's goal.
It could just be a counter-attacking style coming in here, but you can't counter-attack if the ball's into the back of your net. AdMac, 1 minute in. It's a little bit slower than last time, but they do still take the lead, and this is not looking good for RMC here.
He protect, he attack, he AdMac, and he's doing it well, putting it on the board, 1-0. 4 minutes left on the clock. It still really is anyone's game, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, RMC, they've gotten off to a decent start, and they just need to gain that little bit of confidence from that. And, well, even with 1 goal down, it can be such a killer already, because it's so easy for yourself to say, yep, no, that's it. That's what we expect to be happening. GG, go next. We need to try and reverse sweep. They need to keep up that morale, and the best way to do so is just to score a goal. Tracy off to the opposing side, denied by Admac, who just lings it down the other end of the pitch. 50, this is not looking good. Trey rips a shot. Oh my word, couldn't snipe the top pins, but Tracy, that's going the wrong way, man. Wow. That's right back into Trey, and he will put that into the back of the net.
Randolph-Macon really needed a clear here, and Tracy was not able to get it. I don't even think that the issue is so much defense on the side of Randolph-Macon. It's just ball control. Even when we see him going up for those kind of high-flying plays, they're missing a lot. And we even see it with Purisms right there. We just need to see more ball control from Randolph-Macon.
Ooh, yeah, no, they need to stay a little bit closer to that ball as well, because Tracy, even though he did end up completely whiffing the ball, he still was going to clear it out massively. And then you've got Admac, who always puts the ball in a position where he at least can get close to the second touch. If he doesn't get it, at least he'll fake out the opponent, try throwing the ball away straight into Tracy. And Admac flying underneath. Snuffles is far enough back to try and make that save. 2-goal lead remains intact. But the miss is coming out from RMC. They're looking deadly for them. They're going to not go unpunished as okay. I don't know whether you want to talk about this, Nuclear.
I'd rather not, but I guess I will. Admac is just going to bang it all downfield. No one's going to be there. And this is why you have to be down on your rotations. This is why you have to be disciplined in how you're rotating. And you need someone shot calling those rotations. Because otherwise your goal is going to be left wide open. No one's home. And they're just knocking.
And they're knocking. And, well, currently you're opening up the door a lot of the time by... well, they're just not clearing the ball out properly. Currently, MSMU, they're being those pesky salesmen, and if you leave them a tiny gap, a tiny window to make it through your door, they are going through. MSU showing that to perfection. This time only a 3-goal lead, and I say only purely because they scored 8 in the entirety of last game. I don't know, they could still do that, though.
Howdy, neighbor. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Snuffles? That basically what they're doing in this instance, we're seeing a very dominant, in all seriousness, we're seeing a very dominant Mount St. Mary's this game, and honestly, the difference in style of play is pretty black and white. Mount St. Mary's very on point with their rotations, very much able to get this ball control that they're desperately needing, while we're seeing Randolph-Macon struggle a little bit with how they're approaching the ball and really just clearing it and able to get these touches.
You know, apart from, well, just having a little bit better positioning, I also feel that MSMU, they're really more mechanical than the RMC side, and that's not necessarily a sin, because look at world champions such as Turbo Polestar. Nobody is going to call him mechanical, yet he just outpositions Snuffles. Oh, you can't still miss an open net. You can be incredibly mechanical. Admac off to the back where he goes once again. Can't get a demo or the second tap to put it into the back of the net. But they're still in such a great position here.
Now, don't get me wrong, mechanics does play a huge key factor, but it isn't the only factor, right? You have 3 people that you play with all week. So if you're not drilling strategies, if you're not drilling each other's strengths and weaknesses and capitalizing on that, then you're not playing like a team, right? You're just playing as individual players, and you cannot see that at this level of collegiate.
Oh my word, Admac making such a pivotal save, and then the defense. Well, mechanics, team play, this was not team play whatsoever. And Tracy, and I think one of his teammates, yes indeed, Purums, they both have the decal called work in progress, and honestly their game tactics right now is a little bit of a work in progress. They need to work on those communications with each other. With 15 seconds left, you're not going to make a 3-goal comeback.
I will say, though, just it being a 3-0, they were able to really get the clears where they needed to in the final moments of this game, and really stop Mount St. Mary's very aggressive offense going into this game. But we are going to see Mount St. Mary's take this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, they managed to shave off 5 games in this one. RMC, if we go by mathematical consistency, they're just going to have 2 goals for themselves on the board next time, where MSU will have 0. I don't know, though. I don't know. Like, the math makes sense. The game completely tells you a different scoreline as MSMU. They're still looking so incredibly strong, and we're kind of leaving the net alone a little bit. I think MSMU, they know they've got a little bit of favoritism in this matchup, and thus are playing a little bit looser.
And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. You know, loosening up, just coming at it with a strong mentality, going back to what you've practiced. That's what all of this is for. And maybe it is that stream jitters that you were talking about earlier, Hyferia, but I would like to see Randolph-Macon just do a quick turnaround in this next game and be able to get a couple of shots on the block off of these passing plays that I'm sure these players have practiced.
Oh yeah, no, they really have to start getting into it now because, well, it's do or die for RMC. Either they pull through right now and start that reverse sweep, or they're putting themselves in a incredibly bad position. Snuffles, he's looking mean right off of kick of MSMU. They're looking to get a great start once again. It's Purums off to the side. Will be taken over by Antmac, and this is a scary position. I'd say the most mechanical player on the pitch, taking it upside down the other end, getting a second touch off the backward. Drake getting impatient and clearing it basically of his own backward. Admac being the only one back. This is an explosive start in this series. Admac, he has to dodge Demo's bob and weave. Admac bob and weave, and he manages to do both.
Yeah, these rotates are coming out weird trying to get it from Snuffles. They're coming up from behind him instead of challenging him front. That little bit of an interesting clear, but you know, we are seeing RMC under the sea Purisms going for a goal. Not going to be able to find much though. Treacy going to be able to stop that, taking it back mid. Purisms looking to clear again. Let's see what he's able to do with it.
He's clearing it out straight into Admac, and that is something that we mentioned earlier on as well, is that they need to keep the ball a little bit closer. They need to keep it in their own possession, because booming away like this, it might work out for us sometimes, but next time MSMU are just going to say, well, they're going to boom the ball, so we're going to sit back and make sure they just pass the ball to us, basically. And Admac to the backward. There was a touch in between though, so that's going to make it a little bit harder for Snuffles, but he doesn't really care about whatsoever, as he still gets it off the bar. Trade denied by Treacy though.
Yeah, Treacy was able to get a really great play there. Snuffles looking in the corner, not going to be able to find it though. And I feel like I'm seeing a little bit of hesitation come out from RMC. While we are seeing a much better RMC this game, they're still hesitant. And I really think these players just need the confidence to, you know, clear the ball when you need to clear the ball, hit the ball. Mount St. Mary's, they're just people. They're just humans, right? Everyone bleeds. All you got to do is just take those shots and be confident about it.
You know, exactly. And well, the problem with that is they currently don't have a goal on the board on the side of RMC, but they do have phenomenal saves on the board. Not a second one though. Eternal, he should have seen it coming and just had to attempt the pre-jump, because you know Dre is putting at least a decent shot on target here.
Yeah, that was, you know, RMC did a great job of just having a strong defense. For the first 2 whole minutes of this game, Eternal was very close in that save, but wasn't able to quite get it. And if anyone's going to score on him, you know it's going to be Snuffles. Admac going for something cheeky here, though, as well. Eternal's going to be able to get it out. Purism's going to clear it, and the ball is not going to be gravitating towards goal. Purism's looking to push downfield. Eternal was there, but unfortunately, they were able to stop it midfield.
And they were able to stop it, and well, they were also able to stop the offense coming in a lot more, but that's not going to be good enough. You also need to start up your own offense. And Snuffles, well, he's looking to do that for his own team. Well, that has been the dominant team throughout this series. Double commit coming in. Oh my.
There's the double commit, and Treacy is me. Yes, it is you. As you're able to get this goal right here. Not even sure if it was an intentional goal, but man, you see that double commit come out, and that is why you communicate. That's why you tell your opponents, I got it, I'm second, I'm third, right? You don't just go up and go for it.
Oh my, I'm a little bit ashamed, a little bit. That should not have unfolded on the pitch. Now it's time to regain. First goal on the board for RMC, and now it is time for them to just soar on, keep on moving, even though it's a, well, I'm gonna say not great goal for the initial one in their entire series, but it's a goal nonetheless. That is the thing about Rocket League. It doesn't matter when you score a triple flip reset, triple musty ceiling reset off the backboard. A goal is a goal, and that is something that they need to cling to.
And I think that we're starting to see a little bit more confidence come out from RMC as they are making solid rotates and putting it on Mount St. Mary's backboard. I think that going into the end of this game, that was nothing to scoff at. That was a great goal.
Yeah, oh my word, Antmac looking to prove a point as well. Streetsy taking a long time. And well, he is keeping it in possession a little bit more, but double commit, that's going to prove a difficulty later. Snuffles rips another shot. Now you've loosened up so much momentum and so much kind of positioning on the side of RMC, where they really have to scramble to try and get back in time. And Snuffles, that's not going to be a favorable bounce to continue the offense.
Yeah, 1 minute left. Tracy going for a goal here. Admac is going to be able to get it, but Eternal's going to be there to rotate, and he's going to get it! Eternal putting the second point on the board for Randolph-Macon.
Hey, the goals they're getting through, I have no comment whatsoever, but their goals getting through, and they're now in the lead, also for the first time ever, with 1 minute remaining. Oh my word, they could just pull through and manage to take this game home, give themselves a confidence booster. And Mac, he's looking to get the goal into the back of the net directly. Eternal, such a pivotal defender on the side of RMC. Now Eternal looking to go into offense as well as sacrificing himself for the better of his people. They can't manage to capitalize on it though, and it's still going to be a lead for them.
Yeah, Tracy's going to be able to put it back down. 38 seconds left on the clock. We need to see Mount St. Mary's kick into gear like they did the first two games, because now's the time. They want to end this set now. 3-0, put it in the books. But it looks like if Randolph-Macon has anything to say about it, they are not going to allow that. Spoke too soon.
Oh my, Admac, you are a naughty boy here, getting it through. Oh my word, 110 kph as well. I'm sure you guys have the miles per hour on board as well. Fancy Americans using different systems, sure, but we all see the same score. It is 2-2, and this could just be decided in regulation. Tracy trying it from distance, puts it in towards the opposing corner, can't really follow it up. Now a miss coming out. Dre looks to follow this ball up. Madmac, can he get something going? Gets past one, can he get a second touch as well? There's nobody home. Tracy gets home just in time to include the intruders. And now, well, this could just drop straight to the ground and we have an overtime. I'm thinking it will happen. Admac is going to try and make it not happen. Oh my word, this is just absolutely ridiculous that it stayed up for that long, but surely Snuffles indeed is going to let it drop.
Just keep swimming. 2-2 overtime, game 3. Randolph-Macon really needs this to stay alive in this series. And man, they did not want to see the end of this round go this way in a really compromised spot. What are your thoughts right now, Hyferia?
I have no thoughts whatsoever. I'm just going full monkey brain and see whatever's going on the pitch, because I cannot comprehend what intensity is currently going on. Backflip coming out of Admac, actually going to be a pass into Snuffles. This defense, oh my word, that clear out is not good whatsoever. Eternal missing the second shot. It's Admac the only one back, but nobody goes for the demo until he already cleared it out. Is there somebody for the follow-up? Snuffles misses the ball completely. Tracy from a distance once again gets it past Dre, but Admac is back in time. And this is the closest game we've had thus far.
Yeah, they are struggling against the Admac attack, and he was able to get the clear, which is really going to help his team out. He's going for the goal here. Oh, Tracy's going to be able to 50 and challenge, getting it back out. Tracy now going for a goal, passing it over to Eternal. It is going to get passed back down, and it looks like they're messing up the rotations a little. They really need to be calming here on where they are at and what they are doing.
Oh my word, Admac, no, denied by Purims. And oh my word, the defensive performance from RMC is absolutely incredible. Now they need to prove it on offense. Eternal from a distance, denied, but but Tracy coming in for another shot. Denied by Snuffles on both sides. They're having a phenomenal defense, and Admac just completely getting body blocked by Tracy. Is right there with the pop-up though, off to the backboard he goes, dropping straight down. Snuffles doesn't really have the boost to be following this one up. Eternal thus will be first responder. Tracy, oh my word, ball bouncing everywhere. It is a clear out for RMC.
This is crazy for RMC, and we are seeing them switch up their strategy just a little bit. They are going for the more physical plays. They're going for the demos. They're going for the aggression bullying in lane, and they can't do anything about it, right? Mount St. Mary's is just struggling to respond in that aggression because they're so focused on their mechanics right now and trying to just get it in. It is going to be in front of goal, but no one's going to be there. They are going to be able to clear it and get it out. Purism's going for something here. Admac going for the turnaround, but it is still going to be on the side of Mount St. Mary's. RMC looking for a play. Eternal going up for a shot. It is going to get blocked by Snuffles.
Oh my word, this is just end to end. The midfield battle completely forgotten from both teams, and they're just booming the ball towards the opposition side just to get the ball away from their own half. And well, you don't really blame them, as Furiums might be able to pull it through. Admac was still in the corner, would have been able to put in a block, but it's still an extended play. They took the long way around. Eternal off the sideboard, getting the hit, and that's pretty much all that he needed to get. Anything after that would have been a bonus. Into the center, Tracy goes. Nobody there to follow it up whatsoever, and MSMU, they managed to hold on to the pressure from RMC.
In 3 minutes now into overtime. This is a pretty lengthy overtime.
Oh,
one goal needed from either team. It's going to stop mid, but Purism's going to be able to stop it in time. They are pushing downfield, and we are seeing a couple of double commits from Randolph-Macon, and they cannot do that at this point in the game. They really have to be on top of what they're doing. Purism's going to be able to clear it again. Man, his defense has come online in the last 3 minutes.
Oh my word, Eternal now, it looks to go on that counter-attack after a double commit was coming in from MSMU. So Tracy with a massive miss coming in. Pyram's getting bumped up a little bit. Eternal has to step in and say, no, this is not happening right now. I'm going down the other end, denied by Snuffles. Snuffles now looking to get the counter on as well. Pyram denies that instantly, and the instant denial coming in every single time from both teams. Or how long is this going to last as Eternal from distance? Eternal from distance forces it through, and that is a game on the board for RMC.
Eternal going through one defender, going through a second defender, and barely going over Snuffles' head. 3 minutes and 50 seconds into overtime. RMC Eternal's going to be able to clutch it out for Randolph-Macon, and they are going into a game 4. Now 2-1 on the board. You know, we saw an entirely different RMC towards the later half of that game. They're really able to kick it into gear, and man, Eternal, with 7 saves and 6 shots on goal, really pulled it out clutch for his team in that game.
And that is always the start of a reverse sweep. Obviously getting one game on the board, but one player saying, no, we are not out. We are going, and we are going to be trying our absolute hardest. And RMC, with Eternal on the board there, are doing that exactly. Such a pivotal performance, but this is only the start. They need 2 more against a mechanically stronger looking side, which is going to be so difficult.
But it's all about adaptation, right? Rocket League is all about how well you're adapting to your enemy's playstyle. And even if you're a lower kind of mechanically team, you can still get into the momentum. You can still get into flow state. You can still feel. And as long as your mental is strong and you're playing well with the rest of your team, nothing can stop you in that regard. But I don't know if my heart can take another reverse sweep today, man. Hyferia, we just had a reverse sweep on the last set, and I almost had a heart attack then. I'm pretty much near having a heart attack now.
Somebody already called an ambulance because it could just be happening. RMC, they're looking strong, and as you said, it's all about counteracting your opponents. And well, mechanics don't mean everything as long as you're efficient and you do what you need to do. That's a playstyle worth living up to as well. As Tracy looking to do exactly what he needs to do. Denied by Admac. It was rolling on target, so it's not too hard for Admac to deny. But the struggle of Admac can be, he has so much potential, he's great mechanics, but when do you use them? When do you say, look, I'm going to go for an air dribble now and use all my boost to get across the pitch? That is something that he needs to think of properly.
Wow, Purism is going for the demo on AdMac, leaving him out. Tracy going for a shot. Purism's a little late there, and he's not going to be able to seal the deal. That would have been a game changer for Randolph-Macon going into game 4. But instead, they are going to play a little bit more defensively here. Look for a clear. Eternal's going to find it, pushing back down on the side of Mount St. Mary's.
Well, MSMU, they're already looking at a lot more kind of frightened of what RMC is able to pull out. RMC, they're going now, and it's showing on the MSMU side, who are sitting more back and kind of taking a slower approach, really want to start building an offense properly and not have that one person just try and do everything. It is going to be such an intense game as AdMac looking to open up the scoring, denied by Tracy, but this demo could come in pivotal later on. Snuffles booms that in front of the net. Purims with a complete miss on the ball into the center. Snuffles goes denied by Eternal.
Really, the name of the game here is also going to be how well they can keep this up, right? Oh, wow, that was really close. But MSMU has been pretty much vitriolic the whole game. They've had the aggression, this whole set, and if they're able to keep that up, good. But you know, at some point your endurance has got to run out, and we're seeing RMC has pretty much waited to kick it into gear until the end of the set. The reverse sweep may happen, but this first point could really determine the rest of this entire game 4.
Ooh, I don't know how AdMac didn't get a demo on Eternal. Eternal looking to fake out the final 2 defenders. Dre just saying absolutely not happening here today, mate. Going to just completely throw my entire body at you and put it down the other end of the pitch. And the problem with RMC's victory is that it's so long in overtime. You're constantly stressing and then you only barely get the victory. Well, yes, you get the victory. It's also mentally so incredibly hard. Whereas on the side of MSNU, they got an 8-goal lead and a 3-goal lead. And it's just so much less worry they have to have during the entire match.
100%. When you go into the match with that sort of mentality, you know, that could give it to your other game. You should never, ever, ever underestimate your opponent, especially if they're coming from an underdog's position. But like we saw today, both teams coming into this were pretty much tied up in terms of score, both 3-1. So whoever's going to win this is going to be 4-1, and I'm sure both teams want that. But like you said, it is mentally draining to be in a 3-minute overtime and struggle for that long to get a goal. And now going into game 4, like I said earlier, we're just going to see which team has the guts, has the endurance to endure with 1 minute 45 seconds on the clock.
It's currently been a pretty uneventful game in regards of goals happening. Obviously, the scoreline being 0-0. Pyrms just completely ripping through his opponent. And then AdMac getting a return demo, kind of sticking up for his friends. Tracy is going to be back for this one. No troubles whatsoever. Uses all his boost to get down the other end of the pitch. Pinch coming in towards the center. Snuffles. And those are always balls that you see own goals happen off of relatively often. Not this time though, not at such a pivotal moment. This could just be golden goal scenario.
Yeah, Snuffle's doing a great job of stealing their boost as well, because I'm seeing RMC is pretty low on boost a lot, but they are winning these 50s as well as able to clear. Their rotations are a little bit slow in how they're coming around for the attack, and they're not able to capitalize much off of the backboard. So going into this, if they're able to do that, we may see RMC take this game, as we're now less than a minute left. No goals have been scored at all in game 4.
Yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous. We went from 8 goals to 3 goals to, I think it was 3 again, and then, well, more split up across the board. This time, 0 happening currently as AdMac. Not the greatest touch that he was looking for. Still gets a pass in towards the center. Drake can rip a shot straight onto Eternal, who just has to park his car, and it will go out to the side. Always easy when you just have to press the brakes. And now they have 20 seconds left, so they need to hold on. Can they do it?
Well, it's also the patience and the map awareness for just taking a quick stop like that, because you don't want to get juked by another player, but you also don't want to get juked in the last 5 seconds of the game, as the ball is going to be on the side of Mount St. Mary's. Purism's looking for a touch here, going back down to the other side. Tracy's going to pop it up. Snuffles going up for the shot, and he's unfortunately going to miss. And we're now in overtime, game 4.
Oh my word, game 4 overtime. Manback and Tracy kicking us off. And Dre and Eternal going up against each other here as well. Purim down the other end of the pitch. 10 seconds in, could just get a phenomenal double tap. Misses the tap completely, but it's still enough to throw off the entire defense for at least a little bit so they can get it more of an attack and pressure going. They are looking to get it just going directly. Don't want another long overtime. Just want to finish this one off quickly and ruthlessly. Oh, Purim, see, go past one. Can he get past another? Looking just to 50, taking the save route here.
Yeah, Purism is just looking to get something up towards them. Tracy's going up top. Eternal getting a really weird touch there. It just kind of bounced up, and it is going to give MSMU the opportunity to push back up. Not the opportunity that RMC wants to see. Eternal's going to be able to take this one up. Oh, what's he going for? He's going for a pinch? Not going to be able to find it.
I think I was looking for the ceiling reset, but then didn't actually manage to reach the ceiling, which could be pretty pivotal in a ceiling reset. Dre barely dodging the demo of Purim's extended. Oh my word, Snuffles to pass into Dre and finding his way through it. What a passing play.
Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. And people act like they forgot about Dre. Dre going to be able to take it in the final game of this set, really winning it for Mount St. Mary's. They're going to win it 4-1. Randolph-Macon, though, I got to say, doing much better in the later half of that set. Really coming online. It was just a tad too late.
Yeah, if they're able to get that started already and just going into the match, we would have seen such a different game, but they took 2 incredibly harsh losses here, and that's just going to put you in a bad state mentally. That's just going to put you up against such a difficult task, and honestly, the dent that they were able to put in was already impressive.
It really was. They were able to slow down the pace of the game by a lot. Really able to get the touches that they needed. They weren't missing those air shots nearly as much toward the second half of this set, and they were able to get on the board. Even in that last game, I really think that it could have gone back to him, but like I said at the beginning of the set, it went back to who was able to play off their teammates better, right? And it just goes to show that Mount St. Mary's had those passing plays on book, on par, and just pulled them out at the last second, and were able to win the set off of that.
What a phenomenal passing play at that. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, no, I accidentally got it back into my opponent. Dre had 0 boost in the tank. It had to be perfect. Otherwise, he would have committed to it and would have put himself in a very bad position. Counterattack coming in. We could have just seen a completely different game. They pull it off, and they pull it off with perfection. What a game they've given us, though, because honestly, I was looking at the 8-0 and the 3-0 and thinking, well, GG, yep, let's go next. And they've managed to give us a game and a half. Honestly, massively appreciated and impressive from RMC here.
Yeah, it goes back to mental. I think really that first 2 games really messed up RMC's mental. I think going into game 3, they probably had someone very strong on their team, or maybe even their coach say, look guys, take a deep breath, you're okay, just go into it, tackle this how we've practiced, right? While Mount St. Mary's, we saw on the adverse end kind of let up on the gas a little bit in those last couple of games. They weren't as aggressive, they weren't getting those passing plays as down par as they would like to see, but doesn't matter in the end. They were able to take game 4 and win the set in totality, right? So for that game, I think that, off of Emergence Division, I think the next set that we have is going to be Champions Division. And boy, oh boy, do we have a game for you guys coming up here very soon. But I think I'm going to be jumping off the cast at least. Hyferia, are you on any more tonight?
Oh, yeah. I'll be on the next cast, so what a game it should be. Well, for us to be able to set up the game, as much as I like talking, we aren't going to talk our entire way through and set up the game. We're going to go into a tiny little break, and we'll be back with more phenomenal Rocket League. We'll see you in a little bit.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.